Welcome to my life! The summary of what the fuck.
Spot on.
Oh, so Layla, you want to start the stream? Is that what I'm hearing? You want to do the little intro?
I'm half awake right now. I'm still trying to wake up.
That just makes it better.
Okay, on that note.
Though, I just woke up too. I'm like.
Good start. Good start.
Alright.
I mean, at least we're better than Matthew Mercer. You guys just don't say random swear words and things like that. Try to make me like.
I actually. I had a plan that I was going to wake up early because I had an alarm set, and I was going to actually put my because I got a Lucy wig. I was going to wear it, but you know, I woke up and I accidentally joined the call early, and they just heard me go, Ugh!
Yeah, you go, I'm not here.
Yeah, that's true, that did happen.
Welcome to Odd Rollers, everyone. We're a bunch of dorky TikTokers and my wife. We play Dungeons and Dragons, and we're all basically a family at this point? Question mark? I'm not quite sure.
Alright, I'm suffering without my glasses tonight, guys.
You want mine?
No, they're in the bedroom. I'm just started.
You could. We haven't started the story yet. Go get your glasses.
Run and get your glasses so you can see.
Fine, but everyone's gonna see my Wookiee pants.
Oh, whoa. Could be worse.
I mean, you literally did like stand up in leggings in front of everybody last session. So.
Yeah, but leggings are different. Leggings are cute. These are Wookiee pants.
I think your Wookiee pants are quite snazzy. And with that, we have a few announcements. The Instagram page is up now. Layla, would you give us a few words on that? I've been on it maybe twice since we started this. I've been so busy this last week.
Hi, Andy! Sorry.
Oh, hi, Andy! Okay, so with the Instagram page up, please be patient as we are trying to work out when the proper timing for posting and whatnot, but mainly what you will see is probably updates on the campaign, if you have caught up or not, if we're doing one-shots in the future or not, and pretty much consisting of if we post TikToks there, they'll be posted there as well to make sure everyone has the loop of what is going on and whatnot. It's still a work in progress, so please be patient while we are still working on it. But other than that, we do have an Instagram page. So you should go follow it if you do not. It is simply The Odd Rollers.
There will be tasteful nudes of Gunthar on a bearskin rug at some point.
Always.
At some point.
That's all the channel will consist of.
Speaking of nudes, I'm like, no.
Segues.
Question mark?
If you have any art or GIFs that you have made or anything like that, use the hashtag OddRollers, and we will see it, hopefully. I don't know how technology works. Let's see. Yeah, so also questions there, please go to the Instagram page as well. We should have a YouTube up soon with all the episodes listed. That way people can catch up and they don't have to wonder, where do I go to find things are? But I did want to let the party know, because they weren't aware, you guys just finished your first story arc.
Woo! We almost died multiple times, but we
Oh, no, yeah, this is true. We are being hunted, you guys. It's great.
Wife,
I'm being haunted.
do you have your headphones?
No, they're out there.
Andy wants an update on what's going on.
I will for sure give an update. Just a few more announcements before we do. YouTube will be up soon. Please be kind to us on chat. We're a bunch of dorks just having fun. We're not really rule sticklers or anything like that. So if they derail, there's consequences for that. But it's all in good fun.
wonder who does that.
I take full responsibility as I eat my blow main.
Yes, Josh?
I'm just pointing at Alyssa as the person who derails.
Oh, okay.
Which is completely
You're not set up
undeserved.
for
I just wanted to point at the person above me, so sorry.
It's me. It's always me.
Any announcements for anyone else or anything new that's exciting that we should discuss?
I mean, I put my name on my thing, that's about it.
I'm getting a tattoo in 2 weeks. Kinda didn't mean it, but I am.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Of
I'm
what?
going to Fan Expo Dallas. That's not super exciting.
Ooh, yes, we're all gonna be.
I don't know of what yet. I have to wait for the design to come back.
Okay.
But that's it. That's Me.
Ola, how are you feeling? Good. Gotta check in with everybody first. Alright, y'all ready to be odd rollers?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I've got my snacks. Let's go. I think we're...
Who are you people?
They have weird boxed water that tastes like grass.
Ew. Nasty.
It's lemon and ginger. It's gross, but I need to be hydrated.
I'm
Anyway,
watching my 3D print fail as we go.
Because you knocked me with your saber.
Yeah, maybe if you want to
Because I
whack.
smack. Shut up!
Alright, just as a recap, this odd group of misfits, smugglers, immigrants, and hillbillies had finally finished their first job working for a warforged by the name of Tyrese. Afterwards, you all returned to the fighter, the Eldritch Knight, Lilith's apartment, where a lot of you had dreams and had caught up on things. Lucy, I still do that. It's fine. Lucy's apartment. After going to the New York Central Park, Gunthar was shot out of a... Well, he's actually shot out of Central Park Lake, and had a new axe. After avoiding the law, you were going on your way to meet with Lilith's father in her mansion that she has, when was discovered that Lucy worked for said government, a group known as Orson's Hounds. It's basically the IRS meets the CIA, and they don't care about anyone else. Let's see. After going there, you stumbled into a Furbolg's pet shop, where Elle, our elf ranger, got a little feels for him, and then after that, went to the party that was held at the house. You met Lilith's father. Lilith is a Teifling with a talking cat named Salem. But her father is a soft-spoken British man who is an elf.
Who is daddy?
Yeah, he hot.
No!
Confirmed nice backside, too.
Yes,
Ah.
confirmed.
Confirmed by Gunthar.
Yeah. Gunther knows about backsides, everybody.
That's because you're on the same eye level?
Wow.
That was racist.
That was incredibly racist.
I mean, it's a fictional
but it's
race, but it was
true. That
racist.
It's true, though. How tall is he?
Dax!
Dax, what's it like to see in the dark?
Well, that was hurtful. That's just rude.
Got your back, Gunthar. All right.
Thank you. Thank you, T.
After the party, he offered all of you a job to protect his daughter, paying you 2,000 gold pieces a month, or setting you guys up with some place to live. Just a way to make sure that she's safe, because he knows that she isn't exactly the most mild-mannered citizen.
I'm baby.
And Gunther's princess, but
That's also true.
I don't know
That
what
night-
we're talking about.
that night, while everyone was sleeping, with the exception of Elle, Lucy was assaulted by a assassin or a group of assassins, not quite sure, that caused a major explosion to happen in Times Square about 4 days prior. She was stabbed, and she woke up before anything could be really done. They found that 2 guards were killed and a dog. And he said that I do have a ranch that you guys could stay low in for a little bit till things quiet down, if is an option, which you all agreed to. Then last session, I'm sorry, I was just doing a full recap of the campaign. You guys...
Not sponsored by Wendy's.
Gunthar got a date for a gala of the kind of dwarven kind that happens. I believe it said October 13th.
I have
Yes.
notes on this here.
Yes, at 5 p.m.
5 p.m. at the front of her shop,
Of course,
Valentina.
Dax wrote it down.
I got you, man.
Thanks, Dax.
They
You are
went
now
back
my
to Dax.
secretary. For all my social engagements and happenings and whatnot.
Gunther's
Sorry.
gonna make it rich, and he's going to just to make an entire pool filled with chocolate. Chocolate pudding. All right. They went back to Dax's church, who is the well, actually they went back and they found out that the Furbolg's name was Shaylin. He was a sweetheart, and he appreciated all of you. In the process, Lilith fired a attack. She had tried to attack her patron / familiar, which he said they'd talk about later. What else am I missing? Went back to Dax's church, to the Red Knight, met up with the headmaster of the church, who gave you 300 diamond crystals, gold piece crystals. Diamonds, I can't, 300 gold piece worth of diamonds. Lucy got talked again to her boss, Tiffany. And she also was reunited with her motorcycle.
I will fix it. I have mending prepared.
You do have mending prepared.
Great.
I am sorry, we've been a little busy. You got stabbed.
Multiple times.
Priorities.
Okay.
Oh, are we gonna ask Father Anderson to heal her since we're here? Because isn't your leg still all messed up?
It's just a scar at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just a healing scar.
Battle damage.
Pardon.
I'm waiting for Ola because she left.
Oh. So we make a getaway now.
Well,
Quick
while we're waiting
run.
for her, is there anything you guys would like to do at the moment?
I'd like to get money from my dad.
I mean, we gotta go back there anyways to get the cart wagon thing.
If we had
I believe you contacted him, or he received word that you guys are going to be at the church.
So hopefully that also implied, hey, she gonna need some money.
I mean, maybe if y'all wouldn't have bought rings of protection, y'all would
Well,
have
no,
some
'cause
money.
I need to pay her back. And also, okay, be grateful I got a ring of protection.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Okay. It's about 12:30 before you see that the wagon is slowly making its way towards. You're told, Dax, by one of the deacons of the church that there is a gentleman here that is waiting for them, waiting for you all to go.
I will thank them.
Mel, what have you been doing while you're waiting for the wagon? There's about a 30-minute delay between that, by the time the last conversation happened with Father Anderson and the wagon showing up. What would you like to do?
So
And that
we're at
30-minute
the
gap.
house right now? Or
You
where?
are still at still at the church. Temple for midnight. You did not go back to the house.
Do we, I'll just kind of walk over to Dax and just be like, Dax, do you have any scissors?
Yeah,
Can
I'd
I,
assume so.
You can find some shears if you'd like to, yes.
Can I borrow them, please?
Yeah, of course. I go to my office because I'm assuming I might have some
Yeah,
scissors shears or something.
Yeah, you have this. Everyone has
A
some
very
shears. in their
odd request.
office. Shears are required.
Here you go.
Thank you. And I run off to the bathroom and I look at my hair and I cut bangs so it covers my tattoo on my forehead.
Oh, I thought you were gonna chop it all off. I was gonna say,
I
damn.
was on Mulan for a second. I was like, oh no.
Okay, but like, is she going through things? Is she having like a breakdown? Do we need to talk
She got
about it?
bangs.
Giving
No,
herself
it's
bangs? Like,
it's just she ends up getting she ended up cutting bangs just kind of like up to her eyebrows to cover her tattoo she has
Okay.
on her forehead. Yeah, that's all she does.
All right. Dax, I'm sure. Did you follow her when she left? She ran with scissors to towards the bathroom.
I casually followed to make sure everything was okay.
Gunther,
and if
your dad
anything
was the
went
one
wrong-
who told you to run with a hand axe. I mean.
There's a
Oh.
difference.
We have priorities and boundaries.
All right.
Never heard of that.
Squats. Anyway, you she comes out with new acquainted bangs. Her hair is not even by any means. Actually, you know what? Let's make it a. Go ahead and make a dexterity check to see if you can
God.
tell if you can make it even.
Okay,
I give you guidance.
See what she's doing.
No, she ran to the bathroom unless you followed in after her. This is the check before.
It's a touch spell, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I could have like handed her the spell and been like, "Good luck, you might need this. You might need it."
But you.
What's the first?
natural 20. Plus 4, so 24.
Them be smooth bangs. If you could ever say that about bangs.
I've been cutting
Yeah, you can.
my own hair since I was a little wee babe.
You use the shears. It's very Sweeney Todd. And you're done. Just one swift stroke.
Nice. I just hand the shears back to Dax. Thank you.
No problem. I go and I put my scissors away. Kind of confused, but like, okay.
Never again.
Okay.
I
Was that
I
a
will be-
yawn or a gag, Layla? Are you okay?
It was a yawn.
Yawn.
Again, I woke up like 20 minutes ago before this.
That is true. Been there.
Well, I'm confused. While
I
this
am
is happening,
confused.
I'm gonna smoke my last
Oh.
cigarette because I realize I have a lot of shit going on. Ah!
There we go. Elle's got bangs.
Oh,
That's
that's
so
so cute. And because you did it
Perfect.
backwards, it's got like the perfect like curl ratio
Mhm.
thing. Oh, you look so cute.
You look
I'm
adorable.
assuming also in this time that I would have spent the minute fixing Lucy's motorcycle.
Yeah, easy enough. I mean, it's
Oh,
the paint
watch.
isn't the paint isn't the same because the mending spell just replaces things, so it looks almost like there's like swirls or like almost like it's like abstract paintings on somewhere the dents are, and where the cuts were from the knife.
I
But
can
the
see
cushion
it.
looks the cushion looks the same.
Yeah. During this half hour, I will attune to my ring of protection.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Also that.
Thank you, Dax.
You're welcome.
Gunthar, where are you when this is all going on?
Chocolate fountain.
Gunthar, I'm gonna ask the character and the player this. Have you ever? Do you know what a motorcycle is? I mean, you saw one with the police officer a couple days ago, but it has 2 wheels instead of 4.
Balance. All right.
Does he do the angry pout and like look like halfway over to her? Just
I'm angry at you. All right. Chill. All right.
okay.
Now that we're all attuned and mended.
I
Actually,
guess I'll tune to my epistle, even though I don't have that option right now.
we'll figure that
We're
out.
all attuning. Elle's cutting her hair. We're fixing a bike. It's all good.
We're a mess.
Actually,
Always.
Elle, while you're in the shower, doing the old snip, go ahead and roll a percentile check.
Oh.
80.
80. I need everyone to leave real quick.
Already?
Water. This is fine.
Oh,
I gotta play the sounds
whoa. I'm just gonna take my headphones off.
Back.
Okay, bye.
I'll have my headphones off.
I'm so scared. I don't know what's happening.
Gunthar, Elle needs a little bit of alone time with the DM. Yeah. Looking for the water balls, babe? Oh. Alright. Well, I was gonna take it, but alright. Alright. As you cut, which hand are you using to cut the shears with? Your hair with?
Right.
Right. So you use your other hand, and you feel your arm. It's still cool from the last time you looked after you and Salem had that interaction the other day or last night. You haven't checked to see what it is. I do not recall, or anything like that. But your arm feels like there is a chill.
So, I guess she slowly just starts to raise her sleeve to see what's going on with the arm.
Okay. You don't have to raise it very far. Like starting from about right here in your arm, you notice that you see these small blue and almost like Avatar Last Airbender, like light blue veins just slowly going up your arm, and it leads almost like to a heart, except it's the fate. It's a cat, Salem's skull, basically similar to what Lilith's Eldritch Blast looked like, a large cat skull, with flowers for eyes. And these blue veins are going around your arm entirely, just going up, and they're even going up to your shoulder a little bit. And you swear that you hear a heartbeat coming from it as you just like press on it. And it's cold. It's like it's numbing. As you touch it, you don't feel it at all. Your entire arm is just basically numb. But as soon as you touch it like this.
She's definitely like thinking about what she did, like the decision she made, and she's kind of like, it was for the best. It's for the best. I did it because I had to. And then she kind of like slowly just brings her sleeve down and just kind of, she's panicking a little, but she's kind of like, I did it because I had to, you know?
Yeah.
At least she kind of sees what's going on with the arm now, so. Should I message everyone back?
Yeah, got it.
I got water.
Proud of you.
Did your bangs tell you anything nice?
Thanks, hiding all those secrets.
Right. 30 minutes pass. Bike has been fixed. Things have been attuned. A choir boy, Deacon, comes up to you, Dax, and lets you know that there's a cart waiting outside for a Miss Lilith.
Thank you so much.
His name is Sean. He's one of the younger ones.
Sean. Thanks, Sean. And
He's a little half-orc.
Gather everyone else. Like, hey, ride's here. Because Uber's not invented yet. Or Uber's
Not
here. Ride's here.
I will go outside and I will greet the person who brought it, and I will say thank you.
His name is Zan.
Zan.
He is a human male. Maybe early 20s, late teens. Very timid. You know him. What?
I said easily impressed upon.
You know that your father trusts him because your father took him in and your father's taken a lot of the orphans around here and given them work.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that died during World War I, and this place still isn't very safe for kids because labor laws are really still a thing yet.
All right. I will. Is there like a key to this car?
It's a wagon. It is a full-on wagon. Yeah, and it's got a canopus over it. Not a canopus. He keeps saying that.
Canopy.
Canopy. Thank you. Over the top of it, and inside of it, you can see that there's a couple crates, and there are very much like lounge pillows that you can sit on instead of having like actual stools because wagon chairs. And it is there are 2 horses that are pulling it.
Okay. I will call in the team.
Is that us?
Yeah, I will go back into the church and be like, "Our ride is here."
I already said everyone's gathered. You just went out and came back
I wasn't
in.
aware. I thought you were just telling me.
Dax, our ride's here.
Wow, really? I never would have guessed. I thought it was still out a few
I'm
minutes
gonna have a
away.
nosebleed
Thank
from an
you so
aneurysm
much.
coming on. Hold on.
Gunthar takes great delight in irritating Dax.
It's all the payback for Jack Frost and Boogie.
Yes! I can ride alongside you guys. I could take my motorcycle with us.
That's fine.
Do we get a
Um,
driver, or are we responsible ourselves?
He's the
to
driver.
drive?
Zan says, I am the driver.
Oh, he's adorable!
Th- Thank you.
I don't know. That was not Lucy. That was me.
Oh,
Oh,
Lucy just
absolutely
gives
was
him
not
a small
Lucy. I
look.
would have died.
Oh man.
Complete demeanor change to high-pitched squealing. He's
Went
adorable.
from like angsty British police girl to oh my god.
That child broke Lucy.
I don't think there's
mean-
enough mending spells to fix that.
I have the paperwork to let the owner of the ranch know that you're coming. I was given instructions to be your driver if you so desired.
I guess I should say something. I guess. Okay. I will.
There's also a map inside the papers. There is your father's handwritten letter to the owner, and there's also a map to it in case you decide to drive it yourself. Because you've only been there maybe 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. I will say that we just let him drive. I will just be like, if you would be so kind, to take us there, Zan. I'm assuming I'm familiar with this boy. Like we know each other at least a little bit.
Yeah, he's one of the cart drivers that does just the things that your dad does aside from his bootlegging. He drives things for your dad does a lot of horse racing and things like that. He usually deals with the movement of horses and dogs, things like that. And you've watched some of the gambling stuff that your dad has done.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I will just. I will ask him what is in the carts.
I was told to get you enough champagne for 2 weeks. There's also some food for the travel, and there's also a sending stone. So your dad can talk to you when need be, ma'am.
Well, thank you.
Don't let Elle know.
There ain't money. No. Okay. Then I will say thank you, and I will actually get in the cart with Giles. I'll put him in the back. And yeah.
This wagon is big enough for all of you to fit comfortably if you so desired. Like, this is not like a simple we're going down the trail kind of wagon. This is a very this wagon could probably easily fit 10 or 15 people lying down. It's not a a carriage by any means, but it's definitely used this would probably be places to shipment of crates and things like that, but it's been used for luxury at the moment.
It's a limo.
It's a pimp wagon.
How long is the journey up to this ranch? Do you know, Sans?
Depending on traffic, because it is Saturday, 6 hours, maybe 7.
I'll give you guys some space. I'll just ride behind you. I need time to think. I'm gonna go to my bike and start up and just wait.
Do you put on your helmet?
Yes.
That was forced.
Road
Safety first,
safety. Road
Safety. But minor thought. She thinks for a moment and then does put it on.
Okay. At this point, they're made out of leather because they haven't really figured out how to poly glass yet. But
I like to think like a random passerby is just like, nerd!
It's Dax.
The cleric is calling someone a nerd for being safe. I love it.
That's our cleric. That sounds right.
That sounds like
It's our brand.
All right.
I demand a sticker now of that.
All right. There
I
is
will
also
add it.
Gunthar, you go in there. There's a lot of comfy pillows. There are, and all of you get in there. There is 2 crates that you can tell is filled completely with the smell of booze. Probably there for you guys. Then there's also a small icebox that's been put in there. And if you open it, it looks like there is some plates of food, cheese, meats, vegetables that are just kind of in there, enough for maybe like a couple. It's not a ration per se, but it's very fancy. But you can tell that this is not meant to like be. You can eat this all now, but you might be hungry during the trip.
Gunthar proceeds to eat it.
Okay.
All of it?
There's also
6 or 7 hours.
Yeah, a nod. Solid nod.
there also is a jar of molasses in there, Gunthar, as well.
Molasses. Have I had molasses before?
Molasses is the thing that you would have so that you could, because food wasn't always common where you're from. Doing some research, actually, most people during this time, to survive would cover their food in molasses or honey, try to make it thicker so you'd be more full. In case,
Like a sweet treat.
Snack.
My mind just went to putting that onto like a roast. I don't know how I feel.
People did it.
Immediately dips prosciutto in molasses.
Ah! I don't know how that'd be.
I don't know, that's like my immediate thought is, I don't know.
Tastes like prosciutto and molasses. Fancy ham with molasses on it.
What's
I don't know.
prosciutto?
It's like a Winnie the Pooh honey jar style like thing of molasses with like a cork that you just.
Now I just have an image of Gunther's head stuck in a honey jar.
With his
As a
mustache
bear.
outside of it.
As a bear.
As a bear.
In bear form.
I mean, this cart you could probably, like, you'd be kind of snug, but you could probably fit as a bear in this cart if you wanted, in this wagon if you wanted to.
Are we implying bear cuddles here? Because that's what I'm hearing. And Lillith is not about it.
Elle would be all about it.
Elle is so about it, yeah.
I'm like, Elle
I mean,
is totally
if Elle asked for it, Gunther wouldn't, like, hesitate.
I want
Oh, that's so sweet.
You know what? On the other hand, I think I'll ride Giles. Just
I like that, you weirdo.
Nerd.
nerd.
Where's your broom helmet, nerd?
Who needs a broom helmet when I've got these horns that'll probably eventually get stuck in the dirt if I dive head first into something? Let's be
Hold on. Josh brought up a good point. Why in Hogwarts were they not wearing helmets while playing Quidditch?
Only the
Because they
keeper
don't give a
was.
shit about child
They're
safety.
wizards.
Have you seen
Fine.
They're wizards.
They have the squishiest AC, or
You know
like
what?
AC.
Brett and I are going on a helmets for Quidditch campaign. And
There we go.
We're gonna travel to all the schools and we're gonna do presentations in their common rooms, and it's gonna be really awkward. It's gonna be perfect.
The only slide is, helmets. Yeah.
Brett is like, do you see this man here? The reason he is this way is because he fell off a broom. And
That's
this
Ronald
is what
Reagan.
happens to you.
That's true.
This
Don't
is
be
what
this
happens.
man. And I'll be like,
Oh.
And now I sneeze and turn into bears.
No, it's like,
There's a
bear.
direct
It's a really great
consequence of
party
not
trick.
wearing a helmet.
Oh, all right.
as we're traveling,
Mhm.
Gunther will sit next to Elle.
Okay.
And just be like, hey, you cutting your hair? Yeah.
Well, when we were in the church, right, the guy, he kind of noticed, by my markings of the clan that I belong to. So I thought the best thing to do would to actually be just cover it. It hurts me in a way because it's like I'm hiding a part of who I am, but I have to keep myself safe right now, and that's the most important thing. So, it's, what I did.
I got all kinds of problems with that, but I get it. Alright, well. Looks good. It's
Thank
real
you.
straight.
Yes, it is. So straight.
It's like a fucking... How did you do it? Like, you put a ruler?
Did you do that
Oh,
thing where
oh.
like you twist it?
I've been cutting my own hair since I was a wee bear, and so, you know, because the furbolgs really don't cut hair, so I just learned how to do it myself.
You know, I ain't
So you
spent a
go
lot
to
of time
America
around
with, like,
furbolgs, but they sound
Rapunzel
like
hair?
civilized people with their not
They're
cutting hair. Who
great.
needs to cut your hair? I mean, look at this.
A rat falls out of his beard and scurries away.
With a piece of like
Disgusting.
crumb that was stuck in his beard.
So-
Out of context, also for people gifting, I just went like this. It's just-
And that's gonna be great alongside the trumpet gift. And now they're in sequence too.
yeah. Wow.
The whole
Thanks.
show. The whole shebang.
That's a summary of what we do. Just
Yeah.
So for Josh, it's gonna be sequences of him doing inappropriate gestures out of context, and then it's gonna be me
hurting
eating,
myself.
and then it's gonna
Me
be
hurting myself.
it's gonna be it's gonna be Layla like swearing at her dice.
And this can be like physically just going,
Yeah,
or hitting
oh,
my head
yes.
the wall.
like this.
I love the one where it's like you do this and turn in a
And
circle.
then Dax is just like, Alyssa. Dax.
Alyssa's just like,
Lower Dax.
Just
and then
chilling.
Elle's just sitting there looking cute, like.
Yeah.
But like the moments where like you absolutely lose it, just like rolling on your bed.
Oh me, yes, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh me. Oh my.
I think I'm gonna cry.
Well, it,
All right.
it looks good. It does look good. Just, you know, you want me to punch anybody?
Are we going outside?
The cart has begun to move.
All
yes.
right, I follow.
Don't worry, I'll let you know if you have to punch someone, okay?
Hey, you tried prosciutto with prosciutto? Is that how you say it, Lilith?
Yes.
You tried prosciutto with molasses on it?
Never had it.
It's sweet. It's really really sweet. And I mean,
But
You ever
not
try, like-
sweeter than Gunthar.
Oh.
The wholesomeness.
you ever
It's
like
sickening.
have like Jello or pudding, with like fruit or like meat in it?
Mhm.
Think of that except with a thicker honey. So like you can kind of taste the meat, but there's also that feeling of like the molasses slowly going down your throat. So it's a weird texture, but it's just a very sweet treat. It's like
It's not bad.
Realizing all three of us had the same
I
exact
know.
face when hearing that.
Yeah, we're just
We're
like- First of all, Ola, when have you had a Jello with meat in it? I'm
Oh,
gonna-
it's actually a delicacy. Well, not a delicacy. I have it a lot. It's a Polish thing. It's kind of like a Jello, but it's made of like broth, and then you
Oh,
put
okay.
like
I'm
vegetables.
thinking
like
cherry
into
jello.
it.
Right, like
No,
cherry
no.
jello with like
Yeah,
some
I'm
like
thinking
ham
a Jello
in it.
salad
Like,
with some
And I'm
like,
like-
ham. Like,
No.
not
I've had what she's had before. That's why I brought it up because I know that she probably would have remembered that.
as all of us are like,
I was like,
cherry
All
all
like
of
and
our
ham.
Americans are like out of the loop, and then there's like, we're like,
I don't know, all three of us had the same face of,
just
because I'm thinking like cherry strawberry jello with spam. I'm
yeah.
like,
Ooh.
that's why we were all very confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
We were
was
like,
Josh is just
Yeah,
like,
we go, wait.
what?
Anyway, so it's sweet and it's kind of got also sweetness from the ham, or the pork. Lilith, are you flying right next to the cart, above the cart, or the wagon, behind the wagon, next
no,
to
I'm
Lilith?
in the wagon.
You're in the wagon? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be like, are there, like, how is it structured? Like, is it like a limo on the inside and the back? Or, like, is it like a car?
Well, no. So, like I said, it doesn't really have. There's no seats. it has just a lot. There's
Okay.
several carts that are just kind of. There's several not carts, crates around where things are for you guys if you need them. Like you look into one of the crates, Lilith, and you notice that your blankets and your pillows are there.
Special.
And it's mostly all the stuff is in the back that you're supposed to go, but that's like maybe the first 5 feet, and then next 15 feet is just covered in pillows, and there's kind of a place there's a almost a grill if you want to cook anything with charcoal, but it's like in a metal box, so it won't burn the entire place down.
Okay.
Oh shit, Daddy set us up.
It's a Volkswagen
No,
Vanagon,
wait.
but
Pretty
Who
much.
said daddy?
You know exactly who's the daddy.
Poor Daddy.
I heard daddy said stuff, and I'm like, yeah, he did. Wait a second.
Oh, wait, that was me. That was me. That was not L. L would not say it.
Okay.
Unless.
Okay.
I would like to roll an insight check.
On L? On Ebola?
It's literally the worst idea for me to have any sort of insight or perception check. I cannot. She just does not care. She's just trying to ignore the comments at this point. She's like, I'm over this, I'm over this, I'm over this.
She has no idea that that Elle has had feelings or has been flirting with her father.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
has
no,
no-
a lot of the stuff I do say is kind of just more me than L, but like you do hear some stuff coming out from not really her saying stuff. You just see it on her face.
Just
That's L.
Just that.
those
Right.
kind of looks.
And by the way, Lucy,
Yeah.
at the pace they're going, you realize that you're gonna run out of gas, because you're having to sit there
We can always lift the motorcycle into the back.
because it's Saturday afternoon in New York City.
I wouldn't know, but I do know.
Ola, what's it like New York City Saturday afternoon?
Packed as fuck.
All right, Phoenix rush hour. Got it.
Except more angry people probably.
Take Phoenix Rush
Damn.
Hour and
No
times
birds.
it by 800.
What you doing in the street?
Snowbird season. Got it.
That was the most
Yeah.
Phoenix joke ever. Oh my god. I love it.
All right. So as you guys are going in, you guys are beginning to travel. You actually do pass Central Park, and you guys are actually headed. Actually, there are not really windows, but like there's flaps you can look up if you want to see outside. Inside the canopy or the canvas. Ugh.
In like bear form, you just see that.
Hey, you guys remember when I lived in this park? Oh, and the time I got spit out of a lake? Oh, and there was that, like, horse thing?
Horse thing?
The lizard?
Oh yeah. Wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
the one I shot in the foot.
Yeah, that one.
The Drax. Oh, the
Draxon. That's right, Draxon. Memories in this park. Lots of memories.
So were we there? For
Yep,
that?
in the last.
No, you're not.
No, I was very confused.
I'm like, what's funny
Only
is that
two
in
of us
our
do.
Discord group right now, I'm right next to Alyssa, so I like literally leaned in, and then you leaned in towards me too, and it was so cool.
Oh wait, I gotta lean that way if I lean. Lean that way.
All right. So Lucy, because they're not having to like lift up. You can see that there aren't any of the Orson Town vehicles anywhere near the park anymore, except for the usual ones that are just kind of low key hidden, just in plain sight.
L just like if she sees him, she gets this like pissed off look on her face. She just
Go ahead.
Jesus Christ.
daggers.
Go ahead and make a perception check. I don't think you would notice, but because you're kind of just looking at the park, she knows what she's looking for. You would not.
I will say, while we are even at a snail's pace, she's keeping an eye out for anything that looks suspicious
Yeah, you're right. I only
Suspicious?
got a 10.
or anything
sorry.
to make sure like they're not being followed.
Okay. Go ahead and make
On
a
alert.
perception check.
I got a 10.
Section on my new deck.
I mean,
Ooh, beautiful.
I guess I'm more obsessed with the food right now that Gunthar and I are kind of just.
21.
21.
On my Lucy
Kiss
dice.
the dice. Kiss the dice.
Josh, have you not received your dice yet that I got sent you?
No.
What?
I think there's
Weird.
something wrong with my mail.
Maybe you need to check the.
Stuff that hasn't...
You might need to check the post office.
Okay.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
Because everyone else has got.
Everyone's talking about dice. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I actually, I'll tell you after the stream. So yeah. There doesn't seem to be anyone telling you per se. Like there are a couple kids that are like, as you're stopping, they kind of like walk up and like try to touch your bike, but you kind of give them a glare and they kind of back up because it's a very nice looking bike.
She takes pride in her baby.
That custom paint job.
That custom paint job, she will say.
What is the paint job?
It's just sleek black, but since I guess since Dax mended it, it's got like what swirls in it or something now.
It looks like ripples in water because of like having to fix the dents. You can't exactly fix the paint job with a mending spell.
So she keeps that. She's just gonna say it's a custom paint job. Paid a lot of money for it.
Maybe you should tell people what kind of bike it was.
Ah, fuck! What kind of bike is it? I can't remember. It's a really nice one.
Oh, for crying out loud!
I can't remember. I'll put it in my notes, but I think it's
So like a Harley?
Well, it's
no, it is not a Harley.
Well, we know
Oh my
we could deduce from that. Is it a Yamaha?
well. For clarification, the year is 1920 for the people that are first watching. But due to magic and steampunk and all that, technology vehicle-wise, is more like 50s. So you see the occasional Ferrari, you see a lot of like vans. There's still people that are driving the older-fashioned cars, because they're being produced so quickly due to magic. Certain people can buy the older models, but some people can't buy the newer stuff. Like your father has an actual limousine, one of like 10 in the entire on this side of the country.
Oh, I think I found what it was. I think it was a 1950s Indian Chief Blackhawk.
Oh yes.
I just googled it because I'm like, I remember what it looked like. It was really pretty. That's what I went off.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
It is gorgeous, and it's just sleek black.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's like it's got water. I should probably make a note of that.
Yeah. But no one particularly seems to be following you. But within 21, you also do notice that there are a lot of symbols of tea getting more and more present around Central Park. And it looks like there's more people inside the cardboard town in Central Park.
Making a mental note to that as I make it in my notes.
What are all you doing inside this lovely wagon ride? Because you guys got like 6 hours, so I'm sure you guys are conversating, not just snacking.
Lucy's the only one not
I mean,
involved with
we're
this.
whole meals, so
Well,
like
Yes.
constant snacks.
You know what? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I
here's
was
I'm
thinking,
gonna
nap.
do. I'm gonna, because Lillith is now curious because she's never had that type of weird peasant food, I guess you could say. I don't know. I want her to try to like slyly try a tiny piece of prosciutto with a little bit of molasses.
I'm gonna say go.
Perception is 15.
My
Go
passive perception's 22. Good luck.
Go ahead
Don't
and
look at me.
go ahead and make a sleight of hand check, Lilith.
I don't want to talk about it, guys. It's a
You
7.
don't notice.
You kind of hear
Everyone knows.
It's just like I dip it and it gets all over me.
it's not all over you, but it's like when you're trying to be quiet when you were a kid, when you're trying to wake up your mom when you want a snack, and
Cookies.
everything is so loud. It's just like you didn't think molasses could make a noise when you dunk something. It's
Perfect.
Gunther just looks over and just burps as a response, seeing what you're doing.
Excuse me?
Burps in shock.
Just- Okay, so Gunther, I do have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
So you can turn into animals,
Sure. Apparently.
specifically the bear.
Sure.
Can you choose specific limbs to be bears? like bear parts?
What kind of crazy nonsense you at? No, I can't. No, I can't do that. I don't know why I'm tormenting you. No, I can
So
turn.
you don't have the right to bear arms?
They
I've
always have
never
bare
wanted
arms.
to kill you, but you're pushing it.
He's already got one person on his list.
Actually, Gunthar, make an intelligence check because you don't know if you can do that. You haven't tried.
A nat 20.
One way to
Minus
find
one.
out.
No,
The-
no, it's
The closest time you've gotten to that is like after you, when you were in the forest and you still in the forest, you turned into a bear to catch some fish in the river, and you ate them. And when you turned back into a human, you coughed up like a fish skeleton. Like that's the closest thing that has been to that.
I
Is
haven't
he also
tried,
aware
but I
of,
don't
the
think.
amendments? Like, does he know of the Second Amendment? Does he know what that is?
I mean-
Anarchy, I know the government.
Anarchy.
I know the institution of the oppressor. Thank you.
Stick it to the man.
I don't know if I do. He understands the basic rhetoric. I don't know that he knows a lot
No,
about
he does-
the actual government.
He learned how to read, write, and he probably got a little bit of Bible study from his grandma. But there's no former schooling where he lived. His family was a part of the homesteading. So his family's lived in that part of the woods for 4 generations. Same homestead, all that stuff. Your papa's still there.
Papa's dead.
Oh.
And then there's
His
Chunk.
grave.
He's
Oh.
His
dead.
grave is still there.
Yeah, that's true. Papa is still there. I guess I wouldn't understand the joke then. I don't
You would not.
understand what you're talking about the right to bear arms. What?
Never mind. We'll just leave that there then. She felt so good for a second, and then just like
Crushed.
one time she tries to be funny, and then
Dex, you definitely got it. Elle, I would say you don't. Because
it was a good try, Lillith.
you're an immigrant, you didn't have to take the test.
I'm not. Explain the joke to me. Maybe I'll find it funny if I understand what the hell we're talking about.
well, once you explain it, then it's not funny anymore. But I'll explain it anyway because you should know this.
I'm gonna say
Yes! Lessons from Lillith!
We still have to have backstory talks.
Oh
Damn it! I thought you guys
I didn't
forgot about
forget.
that.
No, because I've been trying to think what I was gonna say too.
I mean, mood. Okay.
When you tell
I
people
first
you've
I'm
known
going
for
to
5
explain,
days.
Do I even know? Because him and I have the same intelligence.
I'm gonna say
Alright.
go ahead and make a history check. You've lived and you've been out in society longer though.
Yeah.
That's true. I've been in the U.S. for like, what, 10, 11 years?
Gunther's not an immigrant. Gunther's just a hillbilly.
I'm from the middle of nowhere.
Question:
Why?
Has anybody seen Mark explain America's history, like Markiplier?
No.
But I've seen drunk history.
Whoa, sorry, what the fuck?
I rolled a 2 plus 1, so that's 3. I rolled a 3.
You
I need
you
to
primarily
I
have-
that.
explain everything wrong. I have the amendments, the numbers are mixed up. I tell them it's just like, it's when you put fuzz on your arms and you call yourself a bear and you go, I got bear arms.
The only real amendment you've been focusing on is like the prohibition and trying to figure out how to the loopholes for that and looking up the right to break and enter. So you've been focusing on the Fifth Amendment very much so. But the first 4?
On break, you guys should watch this video because this is all I had in mind of Lilith explaining the history of America to Gunthar. This was what popped in my head. I was like, this is
What the
rad.
hell?
Lilith, I say this not in a mean way, but your intuition was right. That was a terrible joke. I don't understand what you're talking about.
Just watch it later. All right.
I appreciate the tempo.
You know what? She will. You know what? This is what. Oh man, she wouldn't do this, but I would. I was gonna say I mask of many faces like a dunce cap on myself. Like, hey, look, Courtney.
Hey,
That's a Soraya thing.
how's the prosciutto
alright.
with molasses on it?
Make a con saving throw there, Lilith.
Oh heck.
You have a very particular taste.
dainty stomach.
I haven't rolled anything above a 6 today.
You can re-roll it, then. That's your third bad one, remember?
That's
You guys forget that rule all the time.
an 8.
What rule?
A little better.
11.
11? I mean,
like a baby burp, just.
yeah.
Lean out the window flap if you're gonna upchuck.
Not where I'm driving.
No,
Oh,
I'm a lady. We don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that.
But ladies shouldn't piss the pot.
I'm going to open a bottle of champagne. I'm over it.
Okay, simple enough. You pop open a bottle of champagne. Do you,
Are there
Nothing
glasses?
quite like champagne that's been jostled around in a cart for a few hours.
Aim the cork.
Yeah, it's also cobblestone roads, too.
away from where I am outside.
No.
I'll try to avoid-
Test out that helmet.
It doesn't stop it if it fucking takes out my eye.
You know, I really fucking would though.
Hold still!
It's like, hey nerd!
Hey, nerd!
Sorry.
We do not condone bullying of those that have safety equipment or nerds, because all of us are nerds.
Heck the pooches.
Actually,
Sorry.
Would it be like an immovable crate or something where like maybe it's magically enhanced so that it doesn't
Got an
or, like,
immovable
it's,
rod
like,
Is
bubble
it
wrap?
jostled?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it does have, like, straw and things in between to keep it sturdy, so it's maybe shaking back and forth like this, but it's not, like, bouncing around crazily like it would in a regular circumstance. It's well padded to make sure that it's safe and it can travel in place, though you might want to go on a full stop if you're going to try to open it, because as soon as you open it, it starts wobbling, because standing up is kind of difficult because you're having to go, then stop, go, then stop. There's a lot of jerking going on.
I was gonna say that I use my tail to like balance on myself, but I don't have a tail, so it's like, oh, never mind. So I will sit down in like a corner, and I put like extra pillows for padding because I'm bougie.
Sure.
And I will grab a glass or a cup or something if there's one.
There are champagne glasses in the crate right next to the ones full of champagne.
Are they
Alright,
broken?
then I will open it.
Like you better be
Only
sharing.
hold on.
for a small amount.
L, make a intelligence check to see if you realize what's about to happen, because Lillith has no idea.
Oh man. An 8.
Wait. What?
I need to roll a percentile check.
I think I made it off him comment. I don't know if that counted or anything. I don't know. I was just like, oh, I hope the glasses are broken. Oh.
The only thing that's going on in my head is playing on replay. Just is like, you gonna die. You gonna die.
Oh god, he's laughing.
I got spells ready.
I'm outside the cart.
And as Gunther's trying to eat one of the glasses, the cork actually hits him in the back of the throat and he swallows the cork.
Can I perform?
To the hymen!
I'm like.
I think I got him. No.
I'm doing the Heimlich. I'm doing that like the
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
I give you guidance.
Don't you see the cart rocking?
Wait. How much is guidance? It's a
A
D4. It's a
D4,
D.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god.
You picked it up and you start doing this!
No, I didn't.
15.
As soon as you pick it up, it's gonna start wobbling because you keep having to stop. You have to jerk to start and then jerk to go.
You gotta stop saying jerk and going like this, Bret.
Yeah, I'm going like this! Don't make it weird!
Another one.
Another one!
Ola and I have just been sitting here like making eye contact every time you do it.
Kids.
I got a
Do I just see
15.
the
Do I
cart
save
going
him?
back and forth?
15? Yes, the cork comes out of his mouth, but it does land in the jar of molasses.
Oh,
Ah, shit.
Oh darn.
that's like a roll, man. Scoop it out.
Just suck the molasses off of it. It's fine. It's a chew toy.
Was this for making fun of your joke? I'm sorry. Please don't kill
Oh,
I'm going to be honest. I had no idea that was going to happen.
Lucy, from outside, you thought you heard a gunshot as this cork, and something bounces around inside the cart, and then you hear a, and you're like, Gunthar! And like, there's panic going outside of the cart for a split second. The cook, aww. And it's been about 7 seconds.
I'm sorry.
I'm literally like sitting there behind Gunthar, just like my hands around his stomach, just like holding him, being like, oh shit.
Gunthar's kind of shooting, so I was like...
Is there champagne everywhere?
Over the cushions that were around your butt, yes, because... And your hand went like
there's
this.
just a nice champagne imprint of Lillith on these cushions.
Well, the
I'm
ball
gonna
didn't blow up.
call up to the cart. Is everything okay?
Lillith is just gonna be
fine.
like, you know, and she's just gonna fucking prestidigitation everything. Just
You
spend
smell champagne everywhere as you like go close to the car. You're like, is everything and also molasses?
Okay.
It's been a ride.
This party bus is turning into a real party.
We had a hell.
You're missing out.
You've been on the road for maybe an hour.
Oh my
Quick-
God.
On the road to hell. Champagne first.
Hey Bret, quick question: is there a back to the cart, or is it just like an open back?
There is a back so that we can latch so crates don't fall out.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, you guys either went through that, or like you guys went through the front where Zan is currently sitting, who looks back very startled and kind of stops the horses even more so, which caused the champagne to go even more that way.
I'm just gonna cork it, or
Might as well
Just
drink this one.
I'll take the cork out of the molasses and I'll just. I don't know.
That
what to
was
do
in
with
his
it.
mouth. Ew.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give it to Gunthar and I'll be like, just enjoy it. She's gonna drink straight from the bottle at this point. There's no point in fucking glasses. She's gonna get micro-wasted.
Like a fourth of the bottle has been spilled out due to all that shenanigans.
White girl wasted.
Okay, well, it's not like we bought it, so like, no hard feelings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just gotta keep going.
All right. That's 1 hour down. You have six more. You have about 6 to 5.5 hours left. What'd you like to do?
When I finish the bottle, eventually we can play spin the bottle.
In the
You
cart.
really want to play spin the
Truth
bottle?
or Dare edition.
I
love
was
that.
gonna say.
Question, DM.
That'd be fun.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
Do
down.
we know how
So-
safe the roads are out to this cabin?
You did not ask.
Oh,
I'm
Reason
sure
why I
one
had
of
to-
us is going up to Zan every once in a while and being like, "We good?"
I mean, like, there's traffic, and there's a lot of families that are just out in the park. Because remember, Central Park's huge, and you guys are having to go around it because you guys are headed northward. And
Oh, we're still in New York proper.
Yes, New York
Oh,
City.
shit,
Proper,
we're
yeah.
going to my house.
Sleepover.
We're gonna visit. We heard about this human girl, Elle. I think we were supposed to pick her up.
oh.
She knows about these weird meat jellies.
In my house.
Hey, Zan. You let us know if you need anybody to like keep watch or anything. You know what I mean? Like if we're in an unsafe part of town or on the side of the road.
We
Oh, Lillith is doing it. I assume that those hand gestures she's making from her automobile.
Lucy.
Lucy.
see, not the only one. Not the only one.
Sorry.
So they all get for choosing L names.
I did this before I knew Lilith, so shh.
My next character is much worse than Lillith, but she's a lot more fun to be around. Trust me.
Anyway,
Mine.
Makes you think you're losing Lilith soon.
With 34 hit points.
Oh, I'm at 38. I'm not much better.
Okay, yeah, but like,
All right.
what's your armor class?
19?
Are we having a dick waving competition with the smallest hit points? Is that?
See, we're having a dick waving conversation, but I already know I got a micro, and so
Just doing it just to do it.
Reflexing.
You want your hair?
That's it. Glasses are coming off. I'm done. I'm done with this.
I'm gonna redo my hair.
So,
I got.
Dungeons and Dragons.
never
is
mind my question, Sam.
family-friendly
Looks
game.
like Lilith, Lucy, shit. Gunther knows Govey's an idiot. Has that covered, but just, give us a holler if we need to be on guard.
Yeah, or if you get tired, also I can take over. It's a problem. Just
That's very kind. Thank you. But I've been driving for Mr. O for about 5 years.
How old are you?
22.
Alright.
That's thinking.
Okay, bye!
Okay. All right. Lucy.
Hi.
You notice that you guys are going through Hell's Chop Shop. As you guys are making your way through. A lot of Warforged just kind of look at you guys. You're a Teifling or you're a Drow on a motorcycle. Well, sure. Motorcycles are uncommon in this area, but there are plenty of Drow. So, like a lot of Drows, a couple of Drow whistle to you, and it's New York City. People are trying to. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it because I'm not gonna be disrespectful.
The boys be hollering.
Thank you. Boys be hollering.
Eat a whole meal.
Can I see if I hear any of them?
I mean, they're not trying to be subtle, and you don't have a record player in there, so it's fairly quiet unless you guys are talking. I mean, there's like
My
Gunther
drunk
smacking.
ass- My drunk ass. Actually, do I need to put intoxicated?
I'd wager by now it's Gunther snoring.
Oh, so no truth or
my
dare.
favorite. I mean, we can still play.
Girls edition.
Girl talk.
I just play it up and I just give little winks back just to make them feel like they got my attention, but I'm really just focusing on what's around me.
Also, I've been imagining that Elle and Gunther have just been on the floor of the wagon the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't gotten seats. So at this point, like, since Gunther fell asleep, his head is just kind of in Elle's lap, and Elle's just kind of, like, playing with his...
His mustache flips up a little
Exhausted.
bit when he breathes out.
Is he braiding? Is she braiding his hair?
And his mustache.
Well, no, the mustache has been in a braid for the past 20 years. Like, that
my
braid has
God,
never come
true.
out.
It grows into a braid.
That braid's almost as old as I am.
Oh my god, be
if
our
I'm
Legolas and
hooting
Ghibli.
Hollering, I'm going to stick my head out the window, and I'm going to politely wave to the boys and try and be all like, ooh. And then once they notice me, I'm going to mask in many faces and make myself look like a huge-ass devil and just go back to what you were doing!
I watch you do this, and I'm just like, oh.
Make an intimidation check with advantage, and Lucy, you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, you mom! Fuck me!
Lucy is always in the blast radius of Lilith.
Fuck me! What? I rolled a 1 and
I rolled a 12! It's 12.
What's your intimidation?
+7, but still, it's at 11.
They kind of take it back for a second, then they laugh and say, "That's cool, bitch," and like they continue on their way. Lucy, you're okay.
You know what?
Lucy, you're
Oh my god.
you're kind of shaken because it was out of nowhere, but
I'm gonna mind sliver one of them.
You gotta
Just
stop
be
killing
cool.
civilians!
It's only a
Okay.
D6, it's fine.
Lilith,
Did you
no.
get
You
intelligence
get so little health points, civilians!
because I know they're not smart.
I swear to God.
Smart and they're catcalling women.
I mean they're E and F boys, so
Oh, there you go.
so yeah, that's a failure. Go ahead and roll your D6.
What? See?
Ow! The head, you kind of like he
nipping in the
takes his
neck.
head back, and you see that like his nose begins to bleed. He's like, "Ow, ow," and his buzz began to make fun of him
And then
because he
I'll
started
walk
bleeding.
back inside. just go
Gunthar, you woke up due to the thaumaturgy.
Hi, El. What's going on?
He's got
actually
bangs
don't
too.
know.
He wakes up with
Twins.
It's like he braided it into bangs. Like,
Why are
Crown,
my
like crown.
eyebrows like this?
braids his eyebrow.
Very intricate.
Alright.
Yeah, okay.
No, honestly, I have no idea what's going on. I'm just braiding your hair.
They're being a bunch of arseholes.
Arseholes.
You didn't kill nobody, did you?
No, not this time.
Oh. Alright. Proceed, El.
Only-
And he flops back into her lap.
You guys travel a little bit more, and as you're beginning to leave the city boundaries, there is the not almost like the gatekeeper. Very much it's the NYPD, not Orson's house. But not El, my bad. Lucy, your motorcycle is has a quarter tank of gas left.
Motherfucker. Do I see any gas stations?
Make an investigation check.
Oh, fuck. Do or die time.
Good luck.
10.
Not really. I mean, this part of town, it's mostly just like suburbs. Most people walk, get to their factory jobs that they work at. Not really any gas.
Ah, fuck me. Do we have... Okay. No.
You're gonna have to do
I-
something with your bike.
I have an idea, but I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm gonna drive up a little, kind of, because I've been behind them. I'm gonna kind of come out and drive up to be up with Zan. I'm gonna try to like talk to him as I'm driving. If there's a spot we could stop.
I mean, we could pull over to the alleyway right there and just point to an alleyway that's between like a sub shop and a bookstore.
A gas, like, it's just an alleyway?
Yeah, it's just an alleyway. Like, he doesn't. Are you asking for gas? I thought you said if there's a place you could pull over. That's what he said.
Yeah.
There's a spot over there you could, like.
Yeah, just to pull over. Just for a quick second, and I guess I'm joining everybody in the car.
The more the
You're just gonna
merrier.
leave your bike there?
Can we
No.
lift the bike? No, we're
No.
lifting the bike in, right?
No, I was gonna say, like, can we kind of like jury rig it so like it's kind of like
Oh, like in the
kind of like
back of
towing
the car?
it, like towing it. Is there a way we could jury rig it with some rope or something? No.
Men can only do so much.
She would make damn sure it doesn't get broken again.
No, I have a bunch of rope. We can
Yeah.
rig it to the back of the truck.
There is plenty of space inside the wagon.
Just all of us just sitting awkwardly around your bike.
I'd rather not invade the space if there's already cots in there. Unless there's a place in the back where nobody's sitting that I could put it. I'd rather not take up too much.
We could rearrange some things and make room for it.
Alright, let's do that. Oh, everyone may as well just hate me today. Let's just do it.
All right. So about 30 minutes, Gunthar, he'd ask you to help him kind of move around some of the boxes. So there's enough room
Lucy's
for-
helping. Lucy's helping for sure.
Yes. And
Trying not to make eye contact with Gunthar because she knows he's pissed off, and it's just like, this is awkward.
but Gunthar, you are right next to a sandwich shop, and you can smell the fresh meats, and it's like fresh bread being with cheese being melted on it.
Stop.
Loud stomach grumble as he's moving boxes and muttering to himself, "Stupid boxes, fucking gotta move them over there, put the noisy ass machine in here."
Ella's gonna sneak off and go buy a bunch of sandwiches for the... And like 5
right.
for Gunthar. Just for Gunthar. 5 and then 1 for...
The vendor is a stout halfling. He has equivalent of like meatball subs, sloppy joes, cold cut sandwiches, a couple
Please
Rubens.
tell me his name is Jimmy or John.
Or Jimmy John.
No,
El's
His
the only
name-
no, right? Gunther's still moving boxes.
His
El's the
name
one
is-
going.
his name is Albert.
Oh.
Albert Jimmy John's.
Subway.
Albert Subway.
Oh, there's another aneurysm. And another 3 points.
Worth it.
It's always
love
worth
that
it.
each page, when he gets to these notes that we're doing, there's just like a bubble with like tally marks of points for the...
I stopped doing tallies about 50 ago. Now I'm just writing down numbers.
I safely open a bottle of champagne watching them do all this labor.
You pointed away from you.
Yeah.
Y'all mean.
This time Gunther lands in your ear.
Good thing you got another one, it's fine.
You only need
No,
one.
it's fine. For 5 sandwiches, then another 5 for Gunther. I'd say that cost
Actually,
you.
I would get about 11 because I want to get one for Zan too.
Right, for that.
So bad.
1 second.
I like this vibe. He's adorable.
That is like old ass notes. Hold on.
I like to think that while Gunther's muttering and grumpy and being standoffish with Lucy, he's also trying to like get her to like notice his braids, the new braids from Elle, which he's very proud of. And
He's
like,
waiting them.
yeah, he's like making a deal about it, like, but he's also like still pissed off. He's like,
I'm feeling like the angry child who wants the mom to notice that they got new stickers on their
that kind of
backpack.
vibe. That kind of
Okay.
Baby.
So for 11
Your
sandwiches,
braids look nice.
that's 1 gold piece and a silver.
I didn't ask you.
I'll give him 2 gold pieces.
Fucking fine.
He's smiling though, like he's like, I didn't ask you.
You noticed.
His cheeks get like this like very red rosy color. Like he's like, oh.
Boss, what the fuck?
All right. You guys organize the boxes. You make sure that they're secure. Like you strap them down. And around then, Elle comes with freshly hot sandwiches. And how many were the cold and how many were warm?
Let's do about 6 warm, 5 cold. And
Okay.
just kind of.
All right.
Just ask who wants what. Give it out.
Wait until everybody else gets their sandwiches. She'll pick for us.
Like they're like hoagie subs, so like they're like yayish big. Oh no, I want a hoagie.
I had Subway
They're
like
big Sam.
yesterday, and it was
Yeah, like they're about yay. They're big and like the bun. Like I don't have any hoagie bun. It's like it's like baguette sized bread, like for these subs.
My first thought was French dip, and now I want French dip.
Gunther's got a cold one in this hand and a hot one in this hand, and he's just alternating between.
Cold one.
Boy, crack yourself into a Bud Light.
Cold one.
Crack a cold one with the guys.
So to recap, that means Gunthar would have one with like a champagne bottle, then his hand is like one. There's a cold sandwich, warm sandwiches. That'd be awful.
Gunther doesn't drink champagne.
Yeah, like ew.
So probably.
disgusting.
I'll take a cold sandwich. Thank you, Elle. Love your
I
bangs,
feel like
by the way.
Gunther's like
Oh.
the like IPA kind of guy.
Hipster?
He'd be like, ooh, that's
Zan-
some good,
Zan takes one of the hot sandwiches and he nods and smiles happily towards you and just kind of heads back on and turns the cart back around.
I'll take a hot
You
one.
get a sandwich. You get a
You
sandwich.
can sadly.
Elle, the Oprah Winfrey of sandwiches.
I take a cold one, and I go find a corner in the cart and sit and slowly eat,
Well,
minding my own business.
there are a lot of pillows that are just around for like relaxing. You actually had to move a couple of them up to rearrange the stuff. So now it's like there's an actual like fort. Like you could make like a pillow fort out of all of these pillows that are on the ground, and like some of them are like body pillows, some of them are throw pillows, and they're all very soft.
Body pillow.
Luca would have a dream. Oh god, not again.
Pillow
In tight quarters.
Lillith,
With
we're
the
all in the
motorcycle.
cart now. We can do truth or dare now.
Did
Say
we
what
put the
now?
motorcycle in the cart? Did we do that?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
It's in the
Guys,
back
let's play
though.
Truth or Dare.
Say what now?
Truth or Dare.
What's that?
You'll find out.
You of all people have never played Truth or Dare.
No. I haven't.
You're going first.
Story time.
You're saying a lot of things that are English words but make no sense in the structure in which you're using them.
I was born.
How
in
do you
another
play?
country.
How do you
Wait,
play?
Lillith, since you're a master of explaining things.
Oh god, how does she explain Truth or Dare to me?
I feel very.
There's only Dare.
It's only Dare. Drink the molasses. No.
Oh!
The cork-filled molasses.
Easy.
Explain Truth or Dare to me, my dear. Lillith.
Ooh,
So
can I
go first?
basically
Can I
what
go
happens
first?
is
Can I
we
go
have this
first?
now very empty
Elle can go
champagne
first.
by yours truly. We spin the bottle, and then whoever it lands on, they have to answer a truth or a dare. A truth, they have to answer a question as truthfully as possible, and you don't get any takebacks. And dare, you have to do whatever we say.
I was
I
gonna
don't
say I
like
could
this
spice it up.
game.
I have Zone of Truth.
Oh! Really fuck with us.
Do you
But-
cast it just casually?
How long does
No?
it last? How long does it
An
last?
hour, I believe.
I'm not cat.
I believe it's an hour.
I cast it yesterday too. I have no idea how long it lasts for.
Elle said she wants to go first.
10
so
minutes.
Well,
I'll
it's
give
also a
that to her.
charisma saving throw.
But also 10 minutes.
That was my charisma.
It's a charisma
Oh,
saving
my
throw, and
charisma's
everyone
fine.
knows that it was cast on them, whether they
Yep.
pass or fail. Well,
Elle
But I'm
said
not
she'd go
wasting
first,
my
so...
if you want to be
spell slot.
sly about it, you could. Even though
I'm
everyone
not.
here
I'm not
knows.
wasting a spell slot. I
I'm
thought
not
about it.
wasting a spell.
So, now that I've explained this, truth or dare?
Elle said she was going first, so I guess I'll just watch and I'll figure out how to play.
What happened to the spin in the bottle part? Where's the bottle?
I'll spin
Fine,
after.
spin the bottle, but it lands on L this time. I don't know. Do we roll like a d6 to see who goes?
I would say we can roll a d6. Elle, do you want to ask the question first or answer the question first?
No, I'll answer. Oh, I'll do. I'm gonna do dare anyway.
Okay.
Also, we need to designate numbers if we leave.
Let's do a d6. So, 6, you get to decide who it is.
Okay.
And then Gunthar, you're 1. Lucy, you're 2. Elle, you're 3. Lillith, you're 4. Dax, you're 5.
I'm just I need to think dares now. I never. Alright. Through the dares.
I feel like, okay, honestly though, whoever it lands on, anyone can really ask any question. Whoever comes up with a question first, I feel like that's fair. 'Cause
Truth
not
or
all of
truth?
us are good at this game.
Truth or truth?
Truth or truth?
Alright, Elsa dare. Someone got a dare for her.
Do it. Say it.
Well,
I
I mean,
don't.
I don't have a dare.
I mean, technically, Lilith, you're the one that like out of the game, so just ask me a dare, I guess. Or tell me.
We're looking at you for guidance.
Yeah.
Like I said, anyone can say anything. I'm
Got
not
us,
good at
fearless
this game.
leader.
I just suggested because it's funny. I dare you to chug as much champagne as possible.
God's
My
name,
time has come.
my time has come.
Like chug a bottle. Chug a bottle.
Okay.
See, this is where I need to channel
Oh
my
no!
energy. This
All
is
right,
what
um,
I
well-
need to do right now.
The car is moving, and
Cool.
Elle, you saw what happened last time. So
Open it
I-
outside.
Just like out the window.
I like how part of the danger of this dare is getting the bottle open.
A dare dodge.
Oh my god.
We all take
Alright.
the dodge action.
We're playing dodgeball now, boys.
Dodgeball with a cork.
Dodge
You can dodge a ball, you can dodge a cork.
Hell yeah.
Dodge a wrench, you can dodge a cord. Cork.
Of course.
God, I love dodgeball.
all right.
It's a good movie.
Cork, on Pops, that I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. L.
As you start to chug and we just watch.
Chug, chug, chug.
17.
17. How I decided to break it up? You could so it would 1 through 5 would have been you could able to go through the first fourth of the bottle, and because you got 50 to 20, you're able to down the entire bottle, of champagne.
It's not my first
Bitch.
rodeo,
How
kid.
shit-faced is she?
She is very red in the face.
I'm impressed. I will openly say that.
Mad
Oh,
props.
we used to do this when we got bored. We used to steal the liquor from. Yeah.
There goes that truth.
When you're bored. Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
I
to
feel like
know.
Elle is too cool to be my friend.
I mean, Ola's too cool to be all of our friends. Let's be honest, real quick. But yeah,
Alright. Now, do we spin the bottle? Does she get a prize or something?
Elle would. It would be now Elle's turn to spin the bottle.
So it's a D6, right?
Literally half this session is just gonna be us playing games.
Gunthar!
Look, the bottle's pointing to me!
So what do you choose, truth or dare?
Truth.
Saucy.
What is your favorite memory from when you were little?
That's so wholesome.
God, that could get so sad so fast.
I feel like I've got a whole ton of great memories. I was pretty lonely. My dad wasn't a very nice fella. Probably my first trap, I reckon. I was a young dwarf, barely in my teens, like 24, I think. And my pop took me out. He'd been showing me the ropes, and we spent days tracking a herd of deer. Found a good spot to lay all the traps, and sure enough, we got one of them. And I got to skin it and prep the hide, and it was a mighty fine time. Are you all falling asleep? I'm sorry.
No, it was great. It was very wholesome.
I kind of give Gunthar a little hug and a little nod in my head.
But I
Lucy
do.
kind of looks down. Lucy just kind of subtly looks down and goes back. Just in a thought moment for it, and it looks back.
All right,
I got
Gunthar,
spin.
you
Oh
didn't get to
god.
spin.
Oh
Go ahead
god.
and roll these things.
It's a 3!
Back to L. Wait, no,
Dear me.
It's Dax?
Jeremy.
No, I'm fine.
Wait, no.
It's L.
It's L?
It's L.
It's just gonna go between them.
We're just gonna watch them play this, like.
There. Alright. We got a horse running this cart?
2.
2 horses?
I don't like where this is going.
Alright. I dare you, while the cart's still going, to jump onto one of those horses and kind of like do this stand on it.
Oh!
Do it.
Do it.
Okay,
Oh,
go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
Who's
Does
gonna
it
catch
do like land vehicle proficiency?
Actually, question, guys. Actually, no, about this point, you're making it to the You hear that he's like, when she's about to do this, Zan looks and says, "We're about to talk to the guard."
I run out. I don't care. I run out and I do it.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
18. So.
18.
Oh my god.
Wait. 22.
Yeah.
Front flips onto it just for extra pizzazz.
Gunthar knew in his heart of hearts that there was no way Elle could mess this up. She's too dexterous. She got this.
All right, so you're able to land on the horse. Go ahead and make another acrobatics check to see if you can stay up there and kind of keep the position. Because it's one thing to land on a moving horse; it's another thing to see if you can stay up there.
Is that acrobatics, right?
Yes.
It's gonna be 13.
you can't really get your arms out all the way to it, so you look almost like you're chicken wings, like you're going like you're trying to keep your balance, but because you're kind of a taller woman and trying to stand on a horse. The horse isn't enjoying it either. It's wondering like what's going on.
Oh
I gotta
my
speak with
god.
animals.
Yeah!
Woo!
Could you get off, please? The guard's looking at us confused.
Arrow, get back
Sorry.
inside.
I just like kind of crawl over. And
Excuse me,
Ah.
sorry.
Excuse me.
Ah. Oh, my sandwich. As you bump into a sandwich film.
Oh no!
It's fine, we got like 4 more.
I give him mine.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Like legitimately. do
I'm
not
gonna
mention it.
start crying because I am drunk.
High five, Al! Oh,
She starts crying.
good Al! Oh, stop! You got too much to drink. What are you doing, man?
She drank a whole bottle.
Look at that, another one. He's good. Look, think of it this way. Because you knocked his sandwich, he got a whole new sandwich.
And Lilith learned how to share.
Gunthar, make a persuasion check.
We're not talking about it. We don't talk
That's a
about
natural 19.
Hey,
His persuasion is... So that's a slutty 20.
you feel he made you feel a little better. You're like, you're right. You got a fresh sandwich because Lillith hadn't taken any of hers yet. She hadn't eaten any of it.
True.
You only been on the road for like 5 minutes. The cart stops. You hear the guard talking with Zan, and he seems kind of awkward, more than usual. He kind of explains that he's doing a job, just brings people out to the country. He was paid by
Daddy. I didn't say that. I wasn't even talking about.
I'm trying to eat my dumplings, guys. Okay.
By the O organization, and the guy kind of looks in there, looks at all of you, and seeing that you guys are, one of you's crying, like there's 2 bottles of champagne on the floor. He just kind of like waves and just kind of walks out. Like he doesn't check the crates or anything. He just looks around, and you hear a drop of coins into his hand, and you guys begin to move. And if you guys would like, we can take a break here and pick it up when it is Elf's turn to spin the bottle and ask someone next, because we are at that 1.5 hour mark, and I don't know how long you guys want to be going for. So break time. All right, we'll be back in about, let's say, 7 minutes to make it at 10.
It's very precise.
I'd like to try to keep us on that track. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is all the session is going to be us playing Truth or Dare.
Pretty much, that's the whole point, yeah.
This is how we drop lore.
Mhm.
I'm afraid.
I'm gonna go get food.
I think the Truth or Dare was a brilliant idea. Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. Oh, I can't wait to see who gets it.
I think that because you and Gunthar have already had it twice, or have already had it once and twice, that if it rolls on you guys again, we just re-roll it.
Yep. I'm so down with that.
Bret, they're not in here. I love that we got to see that.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
I love my lightsaber.
Like, I just heard, like, and then just...
That's the best.
Oh my god. Oh,
Josh.
beautiful.
Do you remember the first time watching A New Hope and seeing the lightsaber turn on for the first time and going, oh my goodness.
Gimme.
How has the chat been? I haven't looked at it at all yet.
It's a little quiet. Andy had to log, but there's still a few folks in there, I think.
So how is my sound going? I'm sorry if you guys can hear me too. Bret said that you guys can hear me too.
You're a little quiet, but then you can also hear everything, so it's weird.
So, here, let me put in my headphones and see if that helps, because I still have one more dumpling, so I'm going to eat that first before I actually put in headphones before stream starts, but,
Is it better this way, guys?
Yeah, a lot better.
Well then, I'll mute myself, eat my dumpling, and then go.
Okay.
Hey.
Wow, that's impressive. Dang, Ola.
Talk noise.
Like I said.
Wow.
Wow.
Like we said, too good for us to be friends with.
That's right.
Also, we agreed that since Gunthar and Elle have gone, if we roll on them again, then we just skip it, so that way we're not taking forever.
Yeah, that's right.
And everyone gets a turn. Okay.
I'm gonna take all my turns.
All of them. I have a whole jar of peaches.
Millions of peaches. Peaches for me.
A whole bowl. A bowl of peaches.
Ebola
Millions of
peaches.
A bowl.
Peaches for me.
It took like 3 family members to get this jar open.
I have a question, Josh.
Yes, sir.
Should I have dumplings or should I have colossal berry? The Captain Crunch ripoff.
I was about to ask what colossal berry is.
It's the
Now-
Captain Crunch ripoff that's so much better.
I feel like you should have that. Fuck dumplings.
Yellow.
Yeah.
In back with seconds.
Wait,
But
what did the Russians do with Layla?
Hi.
Your accent. I'm just teasing you.
I can do beautiful Russian accent. I can't do accents for shit.
I can't do any.
It is alright. It is alright. It just takes lots and lots of practice. Like I can
Take
do
lots of
Russian
practice.
accent. I can do Russian accent just fine, but I can't do German, like at all.
I can't do a Russian accent for shit.
Russian accents are like the worst. Okay, the fucking
Russian accents seem like that. This is actually English. All right, it's 8:10. Let's do this.
It is.
While I'm eating.
I finished my
And
dumpling.
welcome
I'm all
back.
good. Wait.
I never put us on the break screen, by the way.
Wait,
This has just been recording the whole time.
I
Oh,
figured.
so everyone
I
sees
didn't remind
my,
you.
my suspenders hooked up to my super fancy
So
Halloween
everyone just sees me
legging.
like monstrally eating dumpling.
You've
It
been
must really
doing that.
flail around a lightsaber.
I.
You should not be proud about whipping out your lightsaber and flashing it at people, Josh.
It's how I make a
I know.
living.
I felt so
Okay.
violated.
Some people pay good money for that, okay?
I dropped my lo mein.
Did you drop? I was like, did you drop another slut on the ground?
Just like my seat. It's okay.
You
I
can't
salvaged...
have mine. You can-
No, I salvaged most of it. It's just some of it got on the ground.
With no context to what they're talking about, it just sounds like very bad. I'm like, I dropped my slut. When did she come in?
I had the slutty brownies last week, and I dropped one on the floor, and I said, I stepped on a slut!
And Josh got very confused. Josh
And then this week, my lo mein, I was trying to close it, like my lo mein, my Chinese food, I dropped it. Guys, I don't know if anyone have noticed, I'm a huge klutz. It's great. My actual dexterity, like for if I was to make a character, would probably be like a 7. Like, not gonna lie.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm like that one Felicia Day character that she did in the first campaign.
the one that kissed Scanlan. What Scanlan kissed.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, then
The
she.
one from the Slayer stake?
Yeah. And then she like friend zoned him. She like. Okay.
Are we starting? Can I roll?
Yes. Last we left off, you all playing spin the bottle inside a very luxurious wagon, and it is El's turn to roll. 5.
Oh no! Truth.
Was it the truth? So what's the whole thing with you and the church? Like, how did you start working there? How did you? I don't know.
I'm trying to get.
Backstory.
I was trying to get my peach. Sorry, hold on. It fell off my fork. I mean, I had already worked kind of with them before the war, and then when the war started, I got more involved and went to go help heal people.
So you were in the army?
Mm-hmm. Kinda, in a way. Healing people.
Like a medic?
Yeah. I was on the battlefield a couple times.
A field medic would be the equivalent of what you're trying to be. Yes.
That.
Huh.
Cool.
I can't hear anybody. Hang on. Wait.
Vague backstory
Here.
plug.
Gunther's just listening and watching.
Right. Who's it gonna be? A 1, but we've already done.
Oh, that's
So we
me.
skip it, right? Or do we
No,
skip
we-
it?
Skip
Yeah,
me.
we skip. You re-roll.
6.
You get to pick.
Hey, Lucy.
Oh, no,
I knew
that's
it was coming. I'm like, it's gonna be either Dax or Gunther's gonna ask me something.
What got you into Orson Town?
I didn't pick.
Oh, well, that's your truth. So, if that's what you pick, that's what you get to answer.
What if I choose Dad?
I didn't get that far.
Truth or dare?
I guess I'm going with truth.
Truth.
Truth or dare? You automatically have truth.
Yo, I picked for you.
You don't get a choice.
You don't know how the
Honestly, it
rules
seems
are gone.
Jax would play the game. Like, that seems very bad.
A pistol out saying you're going to pick truth.
Lucy doesn't know how to play. It's fine.
Spiritual
So what was
weapons.
your
So.
truth?
How did you join Orson Sounds? Since we're asking how I joined the church.
That
That was me too. I go, oh wait.
I like how
well,
Elle
it's
and Gunthar
really
got really
awkward.
wholesome questions, and then there's us, who are just gonna get the shit, like, deep questions.
Who do you work for and why? I was approached a while ago and asked if I would like to use my services in offer of the hounds. In return, they would pay me and I'd get housing.
Inside check.
Go for it.
I mean, there has to be more to that. I mean, these are the people that slaughtered my family.
Oh no.
I'm not stupid. but
I'm gonna
just
make
saying
my
that-
deception check
13.
because I'm lying out my ass. That's cocked.
It's
You-
only-
You made me choke
It's a
on my teeth.
12. It's a 12.
My passive is
She
7.
is lying. She
My
is
passive is
lying
17.
through her. She is lying through her
I'm
teeth.
saying some white lies. It is not complete lies,
You
but
think
yes.
now's a good time to be lying to us, Lucy? After the last few...
It's called Truth or Dare, not Liar and Dare.
Yeah, what? That's pretty good,
Zone
Dax.
of truth,
Nice.
zone of truth, zone of truth.
I was truthful.
Like
Was
a
I right?
nobody insight checks Dax.
I was truthful. I was just very vague.
You asked me on how I joined the hounds. Tiffany gave me the job. That's pretty much all of it. There, I'm truthful.
I like how we're just gonna play the vague game.
You didn't ask her specifically. You asked her how to join the hounds. She's telling you. Tiffany
Oh, we
just
got,
offered
like-
her the job.
We got like 5 more hours to go.
Would Lillith still be drunk at this point?
You're muted.
No, she's not.
No, she's not.
Oh, I
Can
thought
you
she
hear
started talking and there was no words. I was like, yeah.
I
can hear
It's
me?
like, why would they target you specifically? Why? I mean, there had to be a reason why they chose you, right?
Truth or Dare
Are we
with sequential
How
questions.
good by the... Oh, it's my turn now, huh?
Yeah, Lilith is still definitely drunk because it's only been an hour.
That was a bad. That
So
was,
was Elle. Elle has.
They're
fucking-
both
Elle's
drunk.
gone.
are we gonna play the game or are we just gonna ask me questions? Because
It would-
I'm.
It's your
Because
turn to
of a-
spin. It's your turn to spin, Lucy.
I'm going to ignore Elle's question because that is a 6.
You get to pick.
Lillith, since you're the only one who hasn't been who
I
hasn't
was
gone
afraid
yet.
it was gonna be me again.
Dare!
Oh no, I'm being
I
nice.
choose dare.
Someone give her a dare. I'm not good at this.
Oh no.
I dare you to
I-
flirt with Zan.
No!
Sounds like
That's
really
Layla
good.
saying that. Oh my god, this is gonna be good. Fine, go
My
for it.
drunk
Get you
ass.
on the pole, boy.
Bet!
This is going to be so bad for
I'm
him.
cursed out of that fuck! Drunk. She's going to like open the little door that like leads to where Zan is. And she's gonna kinda like stumble out and like hold on. Where are my dice?
Y'all, it's a sad day. I ate all my peaches already. I want to get more.
I'm sorry.
I fall towards him. I fall towards the bench where he's at. But in trying
He's
to
gonna-
he's drunk as hell. Is he gonna catch me?
Oh,
he
you fell
tries
for
to,
him.
like, he tries to, like, put his arms there. Lady Lilith, are you right?
Oh, she's gonna do some dramatic bullshit real quick.
Yes.
Oh, hi, Sam. I was just wondering how you are. And, I, like, mask and mini face myself to make it look like I have, like, a beauty filter on, I guess you could say, or, like, there's, like dazzling lights around me. Does that work that way?
Lucy's fighting the urge to scream she's drunk, ignore her. But she's
Dax
just
is
watching this.
living for this.
Lucy feels bad for the kid.
So drunk. She's probably not gonna remember.
I was just taking notes on how to flirt.
And, like, she's like not. She's like not even like trying to. She's like she thinks she's being subtle, but she's like casting. Like flower crown filter, whatever Snapchat bullshit's on right now, and she's just gonna go. You know you. Your turn.
Thank you. He's like cherry red, just like embarrassed out of his mind. Primarily because, Dax, you're aware, her father has made something very clear. You touch my daughter or any of his employees, you die a very painful death.
Oh boy.
So he's saying, like, very awkward, like, you're very, very radiant yourself, ma'am.
Oh, thanks. It's magic.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
It's magic.
It is privilege. Lillith, we're opening more champagne.
And she's gonna be like, you know, I've never thought of you in this way.
Lucy's gonna put her head up and just grab her shoulder. She's drunk. And try to pull Lillith back in.
Thank the gods. He said that like,
The best
like,
there.
No stutter at all, just thank the gods.
Yeah. It's all a
Thank
ruse.
God.
My bad. Thank the gods.
And I'm just gonna push her back into a corner and just sit her down. Alright, no more
You guys have watched Bob Burgers before, right? You know when Tina goes, It's basically what he's doing in the front. Just,
This wasn't in my job description.
Elga sticks her head out because she's like making notes. He's like, so how did that make you?
Make a persuasion check. Make a persuasion check.
Five.
Ma'am?
He also sees she's drunk. That would make you feel.
I would lose my job and my life if I found any of that pleasant.
Unpleasant. Thank you.
Here, Lilith in the back. But you.
I'll just kind of stick her like paper into like Dax's face. It's like, is this how you flirt?
Drunk.
Not really. Like a good effort, but like definitely could use some improvement. For sure.
Is there any
I'm
like
not having any of that champagne.
We're kind of in.
for legal reasons? That's a joke for legal reasons.
Lillith, it's your turn, or if we're just gonna go
I
around
just
and ask
did-
questions.
oh.
I don't know.
It's your turn to roll.
Okay.
Yeah, your turn to roll.
5.
Oh no. But truth, because I don't want to do any dares. I'm afraid of the dares. Because I thought of a really good one. I thought of a really good one that would get me killed.
By who?
I guess you'll have to find out.
Guess who'll pick dare next?
Oh boy.
I won't.
Oh
Alright, truth.
gosh, what would a drunk person ask?
Well, also, Lillith, you don't really know anything about Dax. You've worked with her for like a year.
I have one question, but it seems really inappropriate to ask.
Do it.
Seems like this is probably the right format
I'm
for it.
I'm even more afraid now, especially because that's how you pronounce it.
She's just gonna like, you know, like from Lucy, she's just gonna brush off Lucy's hand and she's gonna go, "What's your body count?"
Jesus Christ, Lillith.
We're talking murder or sex.
That's what I was thinking. I didn't know which one we were talking about.
Oh,
Why are those comparable to each other?
what? In what way, Lilith? What? It's a threat. What did you say?
X. Wait, I don't remember how to do X in sign language. I apologize.
2.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna 2.
I rolled a d6.
Oh,
She's a holy woman.
Roll the 6.
thank you so much, Alyssa.
Before I was
rolled
holy.
a D6.
It was like,
Holy woman.
I mean, for Dax that makes sense, but and I already know Els, but for Gunthar, if you'd like, you can go ahead and roll a D8 for your body count that way. Lucy, you can go ahead and roll percentile check.
Are we killing those kobolds? Because I killed like 8 of them there.
Why is
We're-
that a percentile?
You literally
Damn,
have
I
a TikTok confessing that you like to sleep around.
Oh, we're talking about
64!
sex?
Yes.
Yes, we are talking about all of us.
That's such a
being
Gunthar
blood.
move. That's so Gunthar.
Gunther
If you do not-
abstains from answer. Is this question directed at me?
no.
Yeah, I'm
No,
not
this is
gonna answer it.
I have
Lucy
made
doesn't
Josh
answer. She just kind
uncomfortable
of like
once more.
scratches her neck at that question, like,
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about the book.
Because you really don't know what the true number is either.
So did
It told me
Dax tell us how
64.
many people's baby- What?
2, as I said, 2.
How many tests
I've
have you
killed a lot
had?
more though. What?
Oh.
How many have you killed?
I was in the army.
Did you have a keep count?
No.
That's a thing.
Hold on.
You kill
Hold on.
anybody you have sex with?
No.
It's better. No.
You need to keep your mouth shut, and the only way I know how is just like a black widow, like a spider.
Alright.
Right? Dax, you get to roll down if you like.
I got a 6 again.
Pick.
Who's it gonna be?
Who do you think?
Exactly!
Truth or dare?
Truth.
Dang, I wanted you to pick dare.
Depends on what you ask for a truth question.
Let's see. I gotta think about it. I didn't have a good question lined up. I had a good dare lined up. God.
How very Dax of you.
Hey, dares are reckless. That's not gonna get you very far in life.
Yeah.
Why is the first question that came into my head? I guess I really must be thinking drunk mind because my first question in my head was hot dogs or tacos, and
Tacos haven't been invented yet, I'd imagine.
Proceed
No,
with
they're
your
not-
line of thought, or does it just end there?
I'm so glad you went the innocent way. I'm so glad you went the innocent way with that, Layla.
No! I know the dirty way. That's why I'm saying, like, have tacos been invented yet? Would I know that innuendo?
Oh,
But does world actually...
Johnny didn't get the innuendo. I was like, where are you going with this?
I promise.
What?
I really promise this is water, guys. It's not vodka. It's water. I'm just stupid.
Does
By the
Will
way-
ask that? Or just... Is that
Sure.
just a general thought?
No, we'll go for it.
Ella's
Have
opening
to-
up another bottle. She's just like straight up just sitting, even like.
Have tacos been invented yet, DM?
Make a history check.
Oh.
For the
I mean,
sake of this
probably
question,
in
yes.
Mexico. Mexico, they've probably been there.
Yeah, they have tortillas with like you know that there's like
22.
it'd be like pita bread. You know, like it's pita bread instead of a taco per se. But yeah,
22.
Yeah.
It's a
You've
euro.
heard of flatbread sandwiches that they have down in Mexico. Yeah.
So you just hear Lilith like.
I'm a
out.
yes kind of person.
I agree with you. Tacos and hot dogs could both be delicious.
Yes, Gunthar, they can be.
Yeah.
But
So,
I'm more of a
have you ever
taco
had both at the
person.
same time? That might be a good combination.
I can
Like
say I have.
instead of hamburger buns,
Oh,
it's like taco
shit.
buns.
Yeah.
Dax
You
is just
No,
red.
you got
Just
a
like,
taco
oh
in one
my
hand and a hot
god.
dog in the other
You
hand, and you're just
resemble
like,
the Red Knight wow, Jack. I promise.
She's just going with what Gunter's saying and just going, yes, I've had both at the same time, but I am more of a taco person. But I will say, I like them both. They're pretty good.
okay, I've never had both at the same time.
I really hope you haven't. It's not good.
The biggest swig of champagne, just like, much longer. Just like, here you go.
She's completely straight face with this, but she's kind of like turning a little dark, but she's still kind of like.
Oh my god.
L.
Man, now I'm hungry.
Aren't we all, Gunther?
I'd go for a hot dog.
L. Make an insight check to see if you understand what the hell is going on, because Gunther has no idea.
A 14, but then again, Elle's just kind of like, yeah, no, 14.
You're getting the innuendo of the hot dog, but you're not quite understanding what the taco means. Quite like, oh, like
She hasn't been here
after
long
like
enough.
this is going on for
She
like a
hasn't
few
been in
minutes.
America long enough to know what.
How long
tacos
have we
are.
been in this cart?
What the fuck is a hot dog?
I just
You guys
saw
had hot dogs
picture
yesterday in the
a
part of the
duck
campaign.
Oh shit, we
dog.
did. Oh, that's a hot dog.
How long have we been in this cart?
2.5 hours.
Oh goddamn! This will take forever. Do we still want to keep playing this game?
Yes.
I'm high-key entertained, yes.
I want to finish
Oh
this
god!
round.
All
There's
right,
a lot
Molly.
more
That's a
rounds.
4.
That's me.
There's a 4 again.
That's me. Oh no.
What is it, Lilith? Truth or dare? Go risky! Go risky, Lilith.
Truth.
Ah!
Damn it! I want to know what Dax's dare is.
Don't. I wouldn't survive it. I can guarantee I
Why
would
is
not
your
survive
father
it.
an elf?
Oh!
Because he was born that way?
Were you born that way?
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh, why is your father an elf? Well, are you a tiefling? I want to insight
would
check this bitch. Oh. Then
I'm telling the truth.
a horn.
But I guess you don't fucking know, huh?
I don't know.
No, she is telling the truth, yeah.
I'll do an
She's
insight
born a
check.
widow.
Do I know she's lying? 14. But I know she's lying or not being true though.
Make a deception check with disadvantage there, Lilith, because you are drunk. And I'm sure that you and Elle have been sharing this bottle back and
But
forth.
hold on, she's not lying though, so I don't feel like I don't need to roll anything.
No,
straight
If
up
I'm
you're
just
not
seeing
lying
if
when she
I'm like-
thinks you're lying, it's a persuasion check.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah,
Be
so
persuasive to me while you're drunk.
yeah. Thank you, Gunthar.
Persuade.
No problem.
Well,
Sorry,
luckily-
DM. I got your back.
No, it's fine.
13?
I've been rolling shit tonight, guys.
Seems genuine. But she's also drunk, so
I'll ask you this when you're sober. If you remember it.
I just. Ooh, do I go? On? No. Yeah, no, she's not gonna be honest. She's just gonna go. I was an elf. Obviously, my dad's an elf.
Such a brat.
Alright. Shouldn't have asked that.
Alright, Lillith.
Gunthar.
Oh.
Hello.
Truth or dare?
Oh, Dare?
I dare you to scratch Lucy's motorcycle.
You touched my fucking bike, I will literally cut your hand off. She looks dead at Dax with like this murderous glare.
Question.
With your bear claw.
If I touch your motorcycle, will you cut Dax's hand off?
No, I'll cut you both hands off.
Good luck.
I just like aim my crossbow at her, just be like.
You're drunk.
I'm aiming at all three of you.
Elle, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit, yeah, I'm threatening. Oh wait, am I gonna get shot?
She is not throwing away
4.
her.
Oh no.
I'll do you
I
one
need all of you to hop
better.
off.
Oh, sorry.
But before you say anything, I need everyone to take off their headphones real quick and step away from the cameras.
Wait, me too?
Nope.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hear a familiar voice in the back of your head say, "You know, the bitch is a way for you to get back at the people that did that to your tribe." And you feel a cold sensation going down your hand, and you look like as you're sitting there wobbly, look down, and your mind sobers up just a hair, and you could feel like a cool wave just going down your arm. And your fingers, they feel like they're covered in frost, but your hand is warm. It's that feeling like, you know, you put your hand in snow and like you can feel the snow around it, but your hand isn't getting cold by it.
She freaks out.
Oh,
She like
hold on. Everyone can come back in. Hold on.
yeah. Is everyone back? Are they back?
Not quite yet.
they're coming. Yeah, good.
It's a leap, I promise. It's a leap.
Okay, so suddenly everybody sees as Elle literally shoots up, runs over to the back of the cart, and starts throwing up.
Oh.
I go hold her hair back.
Are you?
Well,
She kind of starts almost like pushing Gunthar away, like no, don't touch me, like just stay away from me, right?
Question DM: would I know what she's going through? Would I have an idea what she's going through? Or
I mean,
kind of just the way she's acting. Would I understand like what kind of how she's acting? That's. Just
she was teasfully pointing her crossbow at you, jumped up, dropped her crossbow, and ran to the back and started throwing up right next to your bike.
Oh.
No, like to the back, like outside. Like.
Oh, so you just use one of the
Yeah.
flaps.
Yeah.
My limo!
It was good fun. Not really, but
It was a little fun.
it was serious. Slightly.
Gunthar, just please stay away from me right now for a minute, please.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
He looks sad. He looks hurt.
Oh. Elle, do you need a minute or something? I'm gonna pick up her crossbow and kind of like shift it a little bit away.
Are you gonna
Just away from her, because I know she looks weird.
I'm alright. It was just, I guess I had a bit too much to drink. Just
You did drink.
You drank a whole bottle.
You drank
and a half, because I started.
Oh god, yes.
You know what'll make you feel better? And I cast Druid Craft on Lucy's back and cover it in like vines and cute flowers.
Are these vines like rose bush? Like, or like, are these like?
They're supposed to just be like gentle vines. Like, you don't want to actually damage it. Like, he's just.
He's
like
just kind of
ivy vines.
looking at it and just goes, it's better than what I thought, but hey.
I still have mending. It was just gonna be all in good fun.
Elle, do you just
For
want to
us.
sit down and take a nap? Something?
No, I want to play.
No.
Elven determination right there.
All right. Gunthar, I guess you did your dare. She kind of looks at her bike and just goes, "There's some damage."
Looks better.
I'll say that.
1. That's me.
I asked
You get to
myself.
reroll.
Self-reflection.
The bike spins back around to Gunther. Gunther, truth or dare? Truth. I think this game is stupid.
That's a good truth.
Alright, let's spin it again.
That's
5.
Dax.
Truth. I ain't falling for any of these stupid dares.
Truth.
Do you have any family outside the church?
That's not my question.
Oh, I thought we were
I was like,
still
yeah,
doing the whole thing of like
Oh,
anybody
go for
could
it if you
ask.
want to.
Oh,
Well-
Gubby has question. Gubby has question. that
I'm
might back.
noodling.
You're noodling?
That's a good noodling face.
Oh,
No, yeah, that's.
Wait,
you
did you
got-
mean to say
your
doodling?
brain
or
is like a
something
sequence
else?
of noodles. It's like if you don't stir your pasta, you get a brain.
Truth.
I was like, is that my question, or
Is
or am I
anybody
gonna
else
get a
having?
Gunther question?
I'm trying to think of the right way to ask this, but I don't know that I have the right way to ask it.
I literally asked someone if
That's
they
a
preferred
mood.
hot dogs or tacos, so I don't think there's any wrong way to ask a question at
I'm
this
sorry,
point.
I don't have an innuendo method.
No, it's fine. Just go straight up say it. Gunther would be that kind of person, I imagine.
I mean, he's decent. Those the difference. Kind of.
He's not a garbage person.
Unless.
I am the trash man.
It's
Trash
more,
man.
It's more the wording. What was your motivation for joining the war?
My brother.
You have a brother?
I did.
Oh no.
Elle just crawls
It
over
comes
to
out,
Dax
finally.
and just, like koala clings to Dax.
It's okay. Just like hugging Elle.
I know what it's like to lose family. It's so.
Absolutely sucks. There. Does that answer your question?
Looking away from the weirdness, the cuddling.
It's
Roll the
a plat-
dice!
It's a comforting hug.
And Elle's drunk out of her mind. Like, drunk cuddles don't really count.
More
drunk
on the
Okay, but
question
drunk
than what she
cuddles are
said.
great.
She's kind of
drunk
looking away.
cuddles count the most, Bret. I know that you've never experienced. Well, actually, yes, you have.
2.
That's Elle.
I'm 3.
Lucian
then who's two?